Hey, what's up, traders? This is Zack. I want to show you guys a pretty cool trade I made today. This is my first video recap as part of the Bear Bulls Traders community. So, just a little background on myself. Been a part of this community for just over a year. Started out by reading Andrew's book, which I found on Amazon. Extremely helpful. So read that, found the Bear Bulls Traders community. Made the mistake of being too headstrong, jumped into live trading, did that for about 2 months, made some money, lost more money, so took a step back, went into sim, which I did for about 4 months before going live again, and started out with a small share size and have been ramping up ever since, to the point now where I'm feeling pretty confident about 6 months into my just over 6 months into my second time going live. So, getting into the trade here. This trade was on Work, which is Slack Technologies. It was essentially a double bottom reversal trade, and there's a lot in this trade that I like about it. Let's see here. Start that over. You can see this Work started out the day going up pretty strong, then dropped down, crashed through VWAP, came down to about this 35 level, where saw some resistance there, volume, went back up to VWAP, came back down consistently, 5 red candles, hit that 35 again with volume, and then an indecision, which is what led me to go long, seeing that setup there. This is something Robert talks a lot about, at least it's some criteria in his reversal setups. Seeing 5 red candles followed by essentially an indecision, or even better, a solid resistance with volume. And so you can see that volume in this bottom on the 5-minute chart. Every time it gets near 35, volume, volume, volume. So that was a good signal to me that, wow, this 35 level is pretty strong, and it's already bottomed there once, bottoms again, classic double bottom. I can take that long with pretty low risk and hopefully see a good reward. So I took it at 35.06, set my stop at 34.98. Essentially betting it wouldn't drop below 35. I wanted to give it just a little bit of space in case it did, and that worked out really well. It actually touched 34.99. And so you can see I got in right here, 35.06. Right before preempting this cross of the 50 coming down, crossing the 9 and the 20 on the 1. After that cross, it did go up, but this trade was late in the day. It was in the last hour of the day. So the 1-minute chart really was not what I should have been using. Should have been looking more at the 2-minute, seeing this resistance here. It went up, didn't even get close to that resistance, came back down, but then hit this bottom again. So it actually went down below my entry, touched 34.99, but didn't drop down. Hit strong resistance. You can see the volume there. Volume, volume, volume. And then after that, all the people who are short start getting out, seeing that it's not going to break that level, so it just shoots up. And I was targeting with about an 8-cent risk, 16 cents for a 2-to-1. So I was looking at about just over 35.20. And when it got there, I was realizing this is something William talks a lot about. No new lows on the 1-minute and the 2-minute. Just keeps going up. So I held even longer, and I held up until it saw resistance up at this level, which is the pre-market low. Went up, came back down, started partialing out there, and it dropped back down, came back up. I saw a lot of resistance going around there, so I partialed out pretty heavily. Probably should have held just a little bit longer, but it came back down again, so that actually prevented me from getting scared out of the trade. Held the rest all the way up, so got out just before VWAP, which was good. This trade had been, the stock had been weak all day, so I was looking at, how did I lose this now? There we go. I wanted to make sure I got out entirely right before the end there. So that's what I did, and it turned out great. I mean, I got about 40 cents on this trade, so about a 5 times my reward, 5 times my risk reward. So that was great. Hope you enjoyed this, guys. Thanks.